Yo, what's happening, everybody? What's going on, people? What's going on? It's your boy, Boom Bam. I got my bro way too cool with me, man. Let's going for the gusto, man. We back at it, man. What's happening, brother?
Feeling good, baby. Feeling good. Had a good day at work. Back here to get on some good old football, man. What we got for today, man?
Yeah, man. So look, we gonna keep this one pretty short and brief, man. There's just two main things we really got to talk about. We gonna talk about your boy Brock Purdy, just because he is in the Super Bowl in his second year. He's on a small list of quarterbacks that make the Super Bowl in their second season starting. So with the Big Bens and the Tom Brady's of the world. So that's super impressive. And then we just gonna talk about his contract details and how we think that's going to play out. And then mainly we got to talk about the Pro Bowl, man, because the Pro Bowl is something. It's I've been seeing it, and I just think we should give our thoughts on the Pro Bowl, the players, what's all going on with that. So we're gonna start with our Brock first, man.
Brock Purdy. So Brock Purdy being able to do what he has done, and these years of him not even just starting from last year, coming into the situation that he was in and leading them to that NFC Championship. Although he got hurt, like he won 7 games straight, and then came into this and took them to the Super Bowl. You paid Brock Purdy. I don't care what you pay. You paid Brock Purdy. He earned it. See,
and you got to remember, so he was the last pick.
The last pick of the draft, and everybody wants to bring it. He's the last pick of the draft. It brings you to the. And honestly, I feel like they could have made it to the Super Bowl last year if he didn't get hurt.
Yeah, I mean that's the way it's looking right now. I mean the Eagles kind of fell apart at the same time, so it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if the Eagles were overrated last year or if they just fell apart. It's just kind of hard to tell because they essentially got the same team. They brought everybody back, and then they just look like a shell of themselves. So, I know a lot of the San Fran fans themselves think that if Brock Purdy played, they would have won that game.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Rick. If me and you go out and we go play basketball last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And me and you go shoot the hoops. Let me ask you, what's the difference between you going to shoot the hoops with me one last year to shoot the hoops this year, right? Things change. You get older. Right. People ain't moving the same way. The route don't hit the way it used to. The arm don't flick like it used to do. Like everything changes. That's not going to say that Jalen Hurts is changing as an athletical person as he is now. But these are things that is hard to get back to where you are at based off of where you've been. Like you can't just everything is not going to be the same. There's a whole lot of different moving motions. Although you have the same components that what got you where you're going.
Right.
So,
it's Jalen Hurts too, right? So Jalen Hurts Jalen Hurts makes he makes $41 million a year.
Jalen Hurts makes 40, yes.
He makes $41 million a year, right? And so Joe Burrow is the highest player in football because he makes 55.
55, yes. Yeah, he got 55.
So now the way contracts normally work is that whoever's next up gets the biggest contract. So then you got to ask yourself, so Joe Burrow's full deal is $275 million. Now you ask yourself, if Brock Purdy wins the Super Bowl, right?
Where does he go?
300. Does he get 300 million?
Ooh, I feel like you kind of have to. I mean, like it's the same conversation that happened with Matthew Stafford. I mean, I feel like once you win the Super Bowl, you're kind of at that point where you can't dispute him.
Right.
Like you have to pay him.
See, this is something people ain't talking about too. I think if San Fran wins the Super Bowl, I think Trent Williams is going to retire.
Probably.
And so then it's like, okay, that opens up money on the books, right? And then, you pay Fred, you pay Tre'Davious Ward, Hufanga comes back, you got to pay him. You already paid Nick Bosa. So now you're like, if you pay him, then either Brandon Ayuk, maybe Chris McGatt, or somebody gonna have to leave.
I'm a team right now.
That's putting a lot on Brock Purdy. That's a lot of money, bro.
Christian McCaffrey is the best running back in the league right now. There's no way Christian McCaffrey takes a pay cut. Like I honestly, that's not gonna happen. But
Well, the thing about that though, remember he got paid in Carolina, so it's possible that he's not looking for like a max deal. He probably just looking for maybe a 1 to 2 year deal because I mean he is. We've had this conversation like 4 years in a row now.
I'm ready to have this.
Football has changed from year to year.
I'm ready to have this one.
You know,
football has
the best like you know well, at one point we was talking about Josh Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? They were talking about Derrick Henry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the best running back has just changed every year. Like so who's to say he's going to be the best running back next year? You know what I'm saying? Like you know, like I still would take Nick Chubb, but not Nick Chubb coming off a major injury.
Fair.
Right? So now you got to kind of do that probably year to year, but y'all check out another video I made when I was talking about how I think running back contracts need to be changed from everybody else's contract. But y'all can tune into that video. I can't remember which episode it is, but it's something. But
no, 100% fair. So 100% fair. I get it.
But I think if Purdy wins the Super Bowl, he's going to take a step in his mind, like mentally. Where he's going to be more confident in himself. He's going to play a little bit more freedom, a little bit more loose. And then that's going to allow him to probably, you know, elevate. And then Kyle Shanahan is good at drafting offensive players, right? Like, even if you lose a Brandon Ayuk, I'm pretty sure they're going to find somebody, a receiver in this draft to replace him if that happens.
I would hope so. See, these are speculations that it's a I would hope so scenario. Because we've seen when like we think that like when the Dallas Cowboys thought they were gonna get rid of Amari Cooper and you know CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb has played as a top tier number one receiver this year. That's beautiful for him. But like the production that you're looking at getting from that is just like that's astronomical. And like Brandon Ayuk has been astronomical to that offense for them.
Right.
Like that's just not like a person you just randomly replace. Like so like
but you know, bro, you also don't normally
unless you find Zay Flowers out the draft or something, like
yeah, but you don't normally win the Super Bowl and bring everybody back. You know what I'm saying? That don't normally happen either. Somebody isn't gonna come back. I don't know who. I mean, maybe they find a way to do it, but you know, especially once you win the Super Bowl, your mindset changes, right? It's like, all right, I've won the Super Bowl. Now I need to make as much money as I possibly can. So, because just side note, I saw that about Justin Jefferson made a quote about they asked him about him signing back with the Vikings, and he was like, "Look, I'm trying to be the highest paid receiver. If the Vikings want to do that, cool. If not, whatever." I'm like, all right, hey, you know, people trying to get to that bread.
Dalvin Cook should have went to Dallas. Now we both sitting on the couch. So I'm saying like yeah, all of that makes sense to me, man. It's just so what I say when it comes to my final thing for that is just like if you're going to be Brock Purdy after everything that you've done for this team, especially what you've done from last year. See, I'm taking his whole collective as a starter. Mm-hmm. Like his resume is just too good. Like he deserves to be in that conversation. He deserves to get paid. Like that's his resume. You can't refute it. 7 game wins as a starter, 2 playoff wins. Off the bench, man, the man, like, and then it comes over and take you to the Super Bowl, you got to pay it, man. You got to.
I do think they're going to try to negotiate with him. I don't know if he'll get the $300 million, but I think he would take $250 million. I think because
it's a fine deal, but
because I mean, because the problem is I don't think he has the market where he could go to another team and argue to get that money. So I think whatever Sam kind of bring to the table, he got to be like, all right, let's take this one and then we can always renegotiate 2 years down the road if I make it to another Super Bowl or something, right? We can always renegotiate. But let's take this big money first, especially, when you drafted in the 7th round, you got a small contract rather than if you was drafted in the 1st round, you got some other millions to kind of lean back on. He don't got that, so he got to take what he could get.
Just look at it. Like Patrick Mahomes getting 52. He's getting 52. He has a stretch across a 10-year span.
Right.
But at the same point in time, it's like Patrick Mahomes knew that he was worth way more than that, but he said, I can make way more than that. It's keeping that mind state of where you can get to based off of what you got. Like, dude, I got these play. Like a lot of people go wrong in the NFL with being selfish about and I get it. You work for your money, you do, but you gotta look towards what you're working for and where you're working at.
Right.
Because you can make way more money by taking that slight cut. That's just my opinion. I'm like,
depending on
depending.
What team is really good, what team you're on. Like I think that's a good point because he's on San Fran, which is an iconic franchise.
San Fran. Dude.
Yeah.
You see what happened to Patrick? Patrick Mahomes is right now when he took that cut. He took that friendly deal, and he's back at the Super Bowl. Matter of fact, he took that cut before he went to the last Super Bowl and won.
Right. And then
now he's back.
And then he spread it out over 10 years, which is also smart because you don't see 10-year contracts in football. And then the money he's missing, he's probably making up for that in commercials, playoff money, all that stuff. Yeah.
So if Brock Purdy wins this Super Bowl, just imagine the amount of advertisements.
Yeah. He might have his own pair of shoes or something in the middle.
He might be advertising every time I walk in my house. Like, dude.
Nah, that's true. So,
and then that's gonna put San Fran back at 6 Super Bowl rings too. Like San Fran gonna be up there. Like, dude, it's gonna be so big.
They'll be tied with Pittsburgh and New England, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, Pittsburgh and New England. Yep.
They're gonna be right there. So that's how I feel about that.
Okay, bet. So boom. So let's go ahead and transition to the Pro Bowl. So as y'all know, as y'all know, the Pro Bowl was played last week. No one watched the Pro Bowl. I think I saw something that said that it was the lowest amount of attendees at the Pro Bowl in a long time. They still kind of did the skills challenge and all that stuff, right? The most entertaining part of it was them playing dodgeball. I would say I watched the dodgeball highlights. That was kind of
fun. Played dodgeball. I didn't watch it.
But the flag football game is the game. So this is my problem with the Pro Bowl. First of all, they need to change the Pro Bowl voting, right?
100%.
Because there is no way Amon-Ra St. Brown is an all-pro and did not make the Pro Bowl. The problem with that is now when you go to the Hall of Fame, the everything looks skewed, right? Because you're not gonna see a player that has more all pros than they have Pro Bowls, right? Because if you're an all pro, you should be in the Pro Bowl. It's like an automatic, right? Because by default, you are one of the best players in the NFL. Like it's actually proven. Because the all pro votes come from actual stats. The Pro Bowl is like a celebrity game where we just want to get these people in here, right? So that's my opening statement. So I'm gonna let you go from there because I gotta dig into this thing.
Well, here's my thing, and this could be a popular or an unpopular opinion on this.
Yeah.
The Pro Bowl is designed for everybody to see their favorite players go out and do something spectacular. But the problem that also comes with that, being a flag football thing, is I'm not out here to watch flag football. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if it's anybody else, but I feel like that's why the viewing tanks, because I'm out here when I watch football to go watch somebody hit somebody. Like, if I don't want to watch somebody go and hit somebody intentionally, I watch the NBA. Like, I'm just like, what are you doing here?
No,
Like,
I'm with you. I'm with you.
you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I get it. It's cool to see. I think it's cool. I think it's cool to see your favorite players. Like, you see Justin Jefferson or CeeDee Lamb go out there and do a one-hand catch, a 360 spin around for a touchdown. Well, that was beautiful, by the way. Did y'all see that? He kind of caught it. I was like, with his left hand, but either or. But like, just watching your players do certain things like that is fun to watch. But then you take the Pro Bowl, and now it's almost as if you're relating it to from a fan standpoint, not like us as NFL analysts, like from a fan standpoint of the combine, because everybody don't watch the combine, so they don't really know what's going on. So it loses views.
Right.
We want to see the nitty gritty. I want to see freaking Marshawn Lynch run up the field and try to get tackled by, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I want to see it, dude. I want to see Marshawn Lynch versus Ray Lewis. I want to see them hit each other.
And this is the thing, right? So everybody in the comments, I want you to understand. I understand why they changed the Pro Bowl, because you're worried about your players getting hurt in a game that doesn't matter.
And then they have to go to the Super Bowl as well. Yeah. So
first thing I recommend, this is what I recommend, right? The Pro Bowl should be after the Super Bowl, because the people that made the Pro Bowl that are in the Super Bowl, they can't attend the Pro Bowl because they're practicing for the Super Bowl. That's already done. They should have the option after the Super Bowl game is over to, even if they don't participate in the Pro Bowl game, they should still get the invite and still be able to be out there in the atmosphere with all the rest of the players, because you got voted to the Pro Bowl. That's the first thing. You should play the Super Bowl, have the Pro Bowl after, right? And even that way, if someone gets hurt, you're going into the off season. Now, certain injuries are like longer. Like if you tear ACL or something, that's just catastrophic. But I feel like, but I feel like it's football though. You can't really avoid that. And then what are the linemen doing? So bro, if you're a left tackle and you make the Pro Bowl, what are you doing? You just stand there. You're not playing flag football.
Hold on. Let me ask you a quick question. So are we going to say that we think that the Pro Bowl should still be tackle football as well, just after the Super Bowl, or should it remain flag?
Pro Bowl has to go. I think this is what I think. I think the Pro Bowl, one or two things has to happen. It has to go back to a football game, right? Or I think you take the football aspect out of it altogether. And obviously this idea needs some fine tuning, right? But you take it out of it, and the Pro Bowl voting is all right. They get voted, like the players get voted to the Pro Bowl. You go out there, it's a celebration, but then you do something else that's going to clamor the attention of the people. I don't know whether that's you play Pro Bowl Jeopardy or whatever it is. Take the football. Don't play flag football. Just take the football out of it. Do something
out of it entirely. And that's the main issue. Here's the issue that I know of why the of moving it is a problem. The main issue is that 1 week divider in between of the attention of what you're gonna do. Like, they are afraid of not having football in just the smack dab middle of it and just having straight conversation. So like, they want to figure out something that they can put in the place of it that still catches people's attention, which became flag football. So like, the Pro Bowl used to be regular for everybody that didn't used to watch the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl used to be pads up. Everybody used to take their best players from all pro, put them on the field, and that's how they played the game, and they still hit each other. But like, now they're looking at the fact of how the injuries affect the Super Bowl if your best players get injured that are actually in the Super Bowl that were voted all pro. So if you do that, what do you do in the middle? Because like, I feel like I'm not gonna, for view wise, I don't see myself watching football Jeopardy within that.
Yeah.
No, I know you just saying something to me,
Yeah.
but it's like you want to see football in the middle, but they're trying to give that space so the players actually have time to recover and be ready for the Super Bowl the following week. So
Right, yeah, yeah. So the 2 week gap is so the players can kind of heal up, and I get what you're saying. So all right, so this is what the NFL needs to do, because rest in peace, y'all know I'm a Washington fan. When Sean Taylor had stick that punter at the Pro Bowl, that's one of the most iconic hits of all time. He smashed him. It was out of control.
change the game with it. Like,
Right, but so this is all right, bro. This is what they need to do. How about this?
all right,
You do Pro Bowl insurance, right?
Super Bowl insurance.
So all right. So here we go, right? So if they take the money from the Pro Bowl, right? You take the money that's made from the views in the Pro Bowl, right? And you do Pro Bowl insurance. So if a player gets hurt in the Pro Bowl, right?
Okay.
Whatever length of time they're out, they get a check from the Pro Bowl, like from the NFL for the Pro Bowl. So that way, if they get hurt and they don't get their money from their normal contract, they get the Pro Bowl insurance money, so they still get a check, because that's the main thing. You don't want to get hurt because you don't want to miss out on your money. If the Pro Bowl is gonna, like, bro, if the NFL promises you, you're not. If you get hurt in this game, you're not going to miss a check. If the NFL can promise you that, you're going to play. Or, and then on top of that, they should add a bonus. If you win the Pro Bowl, everybody on the team get $500,000. Then the players be like,
I agree with that incentive.
"Yes, that injury, I'm adding up." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. No, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Pro Bowl insurance. I laugh because it sounds funny, but that's a real thing that's probably it's probably being forced just to make it to the Super Bowl, and he break his fingers because Justin Herbert doesn't throw the ball too hard. Like, I feel you.
No, but that's why I say, because the Super Bowl people, they're not going. They're not going to the Pro Bowl. So I'm saying move the Pro Bowl until after the Super Bowl. That way they also still get to choose whether they want to participate or not. And most of them are going to participate because they're going to want to try to win the extra money.
Right. Yeah, and which makes sense. The only thing is just the medium of moving the Pro Bowl as putting something attention wise that's gonna just help the media. That's gonna help them out because like viewings and ratings and stuff like that. We know how that goes. Like if you move it afterwards, obviously the Pro Bowl is gonna blow up. But what are you doing that just that week that they're not having the Pro Bowl? It's like it's gonna drop because nobody cares about that. They want to see the Pro Bowl. They want to see the Super Bowl. So it's just,
in that same week, the Senior Bowl is happening in college. They might as well just put that on national, because the Senior Bowl is the same thing, pretty much.
You just said something just now. The Senior Bowl, they can just take that, elevate. You know how much view, man. You just said something, man. If you just take that and put the Senior Bowl in the place of the time frame where you put the Pro Bowl at, you know how much views and money that they can make by doing that and put the Pro Bowl after the Super Bowl. That's a good idea.
Because look,
I didn't have us in the office. It's too
look, now I'm thinking. I just thought about it. People there, bro. Even people that don't watch college football, if your team is not in the Super Bowl, you're gonna watch that Senior Bowl because now you're interested in who your team is gonna draft. So you're gonna watch the Senior Bowl just to see who's around. Like, oh, that thing right there kind of nice. I hope we get him. And so it's a perfect placeholder to put that on ESPN, right? And then you can kind of celebrate that. And then boom, then you have the Super Bowl. Then you put the Pro Bowl after that, and then you don't gotta miss no weeks of football.
Yeah, but and also just to piggyback on that, just imagine, dude, the people that don't watch college football. So the people that don't watch college football, and you publicize it on a big platform like this before the Super Bowl, people will watch it just to watch it because it's football, and it brings more college fans into it because it makes them learn who's going into the NFL before the Super Bowl. Man, it's genius. Man, dude, listen,
Right
it's
there.
genius. It's genius.
And then you
You
add
want to the college football games too the following year because now they start paying attention. Like, dude, where's this guy from? And now they watching college games.
right. And all you need is Pro Bowl insurance. And you good. Dude, you gotta because all right. So like what happens in the NBA All-Star game if you twist your ankle at the All-Star game trying to dunk? You twist your ankle. Like, does the NBA not do nothing about like you're just all right, yep, I just got hurt in the All-Star game, whatever. It's just it is what it is. You know, is that what we do? I think the NBA got something. I'm have to read. That's in the comments if y'all know. All-Star game gotta have something because players playing the All-Star game now obviously is way easier to get hurt in football than it is in basketball, which is understandable. But the flags, the dodgeball, it ain't doing it for us. Like you want to see like when you have a star player, right? When you have a Micah Parsons or a T.J. Watt or a Myles Garrett, what are they doing at the Pro Bowl? They're not rushing the passer, but that's why they're there. That's what they do. So you know what I'm saying? Like, what's happening then?
I mean, when you watch the NBA All-Star game, virtually, it's not like they stick in defense. Like that's why they be doing what they doing. So like I get it too. Like I mean, you watch them step aside so he can do the windmill dunk because that's what everybody came here for. They just want to see they.
But remember, that's why when they had switched up that one year, they might have not had played hard that whole game, but they were getting an incentive for whoever won. So that fourth quarter, everybody they were like, oh, yep, time to knuckle up, let's get right. And they were trying to win because they were all going to get a certain amount of money if they won.
I'm gonna tell you what. You put me in the NBA All-Star game. I'm swatting everything that come through the basket. I'm not letting nobody come do nothing fancy if they want to. I don't care. Like, I don't care if it's on national TV or your granny house. You come to the hole with that goofy stuff if you want to or watch what happened to you. Like, they try to just, hey, this for the fans. Watch this. Yeah, this for the fans too. What?
I don't know, man. It feels like the Pro Bowl. It gotta be something. I know these ideas ain't fully flushed out, but they gotta do something because just taking the contact out of it altogether is like football is a contact sport. Like we're there for the contact. Like
they might as well play two-hand touch.
Pretty much. I mean, it's pretty much the same as flag.
You just play two-hand touch. You want to play flag? I'm gonna watch a bunch of people make $1 million to play flag.
Right. So I don't know, man, but that's kind of where I stand on it. I think they need Pro Bowl insurance. That's the word of the day, y'all.
Go ahead. Pro Bowl insurance. Tell your mama.
It says Pro Bowl insurance. Right and tell that. Yeah, man. You got anything else for them, man?
Nah, man. The only thing I can say is, man, I appreciate everybody for watching. It's been for the Going for the Gusto podcast. It's been me, your boy, Way Too Cool, Boom Bam Boonaski. You already know how we get down. If you guys have anything to put down in the comment box below, if anything you want us to talk about, put that down there. Anything you want to discuss, we have a live Twitch stream coming in the next upcoming week. So make sure you stay in tune for that because it's going crazy, man. I appreciate you guys for it, man. I'll let Boom Bam take it away.
Yeah, man. Like the bro said, man. We got our social medias all plugged into the video down below. We have a Discord. We're actively in this Discord. So anything y'all want to talk about, y'all want to argue with us, y'all want to have any kind of back and forth with us, man. Do the hop inside the Discord, man. Check us on all the social medias, Facebook, Insta, TikTok, all that. And like you said, man, we're super duper excited about our first Twitch stream, man. It's gonna be good. We're gonna be on there for at least 2 hours. It could be longer than that, but we're gonna be on there, man. We're gonna
Oh,
be
I'm so hyped for it, man.
we're gonna be
I'm
talking
so hyped.
any questions y'all got for us anyway, all the way from a Q&A about us, all the way to any football question. If you even if you want to go back to 1937, I don't care. Ice Bowl, come on, we can talk about it, man. So
About it all, baby. We talk about it all.
the February 24th, that Saturday, we're gonna be doing it, man. So please tune in. And we'll be sure to post it on all our socials so y'all have the dates and the times, man. And much appreciated, man. Thank you, man. We're out of here.